Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Mark Causey here from Black Cat Comics in Rockin' Milpitas. Every Wednesday is New Comic Day and I like to give you some great reasons to get down to your local comic shop and pick up something fun to read. It's a big exciting week packed with lots of great stuff. Gonna start with the DC guys because this is Action Comics number 969. Well on its way to issue 1000, an issue I've been waiting a long time for. Everybody knows I'm a big Superman fan. This is kind of in the middle of the arc, but if you aren't following Action, you should be. All the Superman books have been really popular in all this Rebirth stuff, and this one's got a cool Gary Frank cover. Can read more about this one in our newsletter, but I'm always encouraging you guys to check out all the super titles because it's just a really good time to be a super fan right now. Like Supergirl or Superwoman by my man Phil Jimenez. The art in this book is spectacular. And Deathstroke number 8 also features the Big Blue Boy Scout. Lots of good super books this week. So again, if you've been holding out on any of that, you should jump in because it's lots of good stuff. And it's always a good week for my man Batman. Detective number 946. Another book well on its way to issue 1000. Obviously a couple of the longest time running comics out there. Great stuff. Again, like Action, if you're only following Batman, you should really jump in on Detective because this is really good stuff. Good stories, good art. One of our best selling books. And Batman TMNT Adventures number 2. Still got a couple of copies of number 1 lying around. You love the Batman animated series from back in the day. You love the TMNT. This one takes place in the animated series universe. Super cool stuff. One of the better team-up books going on. Speaking of awesome team-up books, Batman 66 and Steed and Mrs. Peel, otherwise known as The Avengers if you're even older than I am. I always like talking about Batman 66 and the great job DC does with their wide range of Bat stuff. This week's a good example of that. And to round out the Trinity, Wonder Woman number 12. Don't really know why she isn't restored to her original numbering, but this book is also awesome, also one of our best sellers. This issue wraps up what will be the second trade paperback. So again, if you're one of the 3 people not reading Wonder Woman, you should definitely check that book out. Great stories, great art. Suicide Squad number 8. Speaking of great stories, great art, this one is going to lead into the Justice League Suicide Squad crossover. So again, if you're one of the 3 people not reading this book, this is your time to jump in. Worth it just for these Jim Lee covers. Great stuff. The Flash number 12. Another one of the biggest books we have these days. One of my best sellers. The TV show has done wonders for The Flash, introducing him to all kinds of new readers. Again, this Rebirth one has been really popular, so you definitely should be checking that out. Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps is your Green Lantern book of the week. Cool Brainiac cover there. I guess I should have included this one in the Superman book intros because, well, that is Kandor right there. Red Hood and the Outlaws with Bizarro. Another little nod to Superman, I guess. Great stuff there. That pretty much wraps up the Rebirth books, but there's lots of other DC to talk about, like Earth 2 Society, which, well, also has Superman on the cover there. Imagine that. Or Gotham Academy Second Semester. This one might be flying under your radar, but it's a critic favorite, so if you haven't been reading Gotham Academy or Gotham Academy Lumberjanes, you should definitely check that out. DC Comics Bombshells, another not Rebirth universe book that is super popular. Everybody's loving the bombshells these days. Or Injustice is another non-Rebirth DCU book that everybody's into. This one starts the new series, sort of in between the last game and the next game. And Scooby Apocalypse, your Hanna-Barbera reboot of the week. Really been encouraging you guys to check out this one and Flintstones, Wacky Raceland, Future Quest. They're doing a great job with all of this, and there's more on the way. Lots of fun there. And lots of good books from Vertigo too, like Clean Room or Red Thorn, or the one you've been waiting for, The Lost Boys, because you love the movie and it's been a long time coming for this book to get a comic. Fun stuff. Always encouraging folks to have a Vertigo book on their list. Great week for the DC guys. Always a big week for the Marvel guys. How about Inhumans versus X-Men number 1, following rapidly on the heels of Death of X. If you didn't read Death of X4, you're going to want to check that out. You're definitely going to want to get in on this one. This is the next big Marvel event. Some of you have event fatigue, but quite frankly, Marvel's just been killing it with these lately. Fun stuff. And Hawkeye gets a new #1. And, well, a new Hawkeye. Last series was super popular. I expect this one to sell out today, so I hope you're already in line at your favorite comic store to grab that one. It's Netflix Day at Marvel. We got the new issue of Daredevil. Been one of my favorite Marvel books for a long, long time. Going back to when Kevin Smith and Bendis and Brubaker and all kinds of great talent have been working on this book. Now it's Mark Waid's turn. He's one of my all-time favorites. Everybody should be reading Daredevil, along with Jessica Jones. Love those David Mack covers. This is one of my favorite of the Netflix Marvel stuff. And Power Man and Iron Fist. So everybody's all into Luke Cage these days. Don't want to be missing out on Power Man and Iron Fist. Or how about some movie star books like Doctor Strange? Doctor Strange Punisher Team Up #1. Yeah, it's kind of a wacky team up, but hey, what the heck. I'll take anything with Doctor Strange. Or Guardians of the Galaxy. A lot of talk about Guardians 2 going on. This one starts a new arc, so if you haven't been following the book, you can jump in on this one. Yes, that's Ben Grimm on the team. You know I'm a Fantastic Four fan, and this is the only way to get your Fantastic Four these days. Old Man Logan. Speaking of movie trailers, another guy with a lot of buzz these days. Another book that's been super, super popular. Along with All New X-Men. That's your X book of the week. Uncanny Avengers is your A-Team book of the week, with Elektra joining the team there. Big week for the Spider guys. Spider-Man #10 is your Civil War book for the week. This book is getting more and more popular every issue, so again, if you're not following this one, you might want to jump in and see what's up with this Miles Morales guy. Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows. It's kind of an alternate reality Spider book, but if you're a Spider fan, that's lots of fun. And Silk rounds out your Spider stuff. This is another one that is maybe not hugely popular, but the people that are reading it are loving it, and I'm selling it out all the time. It's getting more and more popular all the time, so again, you might want to grab that issue and see what all the buzz is about. And lots of funny books this week, like Deadpool Back in Black, a little McFarlane homage cover there, or Fool Killer. And there's a Gwenpool book I'll talk about in just a minute. Totally Awesome Hulk is your Hulk book of the week. And Unbeatable Squirrel Girl rounds out your Marvel stuff. Unless you're talking about Poe Dameron, the greatest pilot in the galaxy, teaming up with C-3PO right there. That's your Star Wars book of the week. Huge week for the Marvel guys. But it's a very small week for my friends at Dark Horse. Just going to talk about this guy. This is The Strain from the twisted mind of Guillermo del Toro. Yeah, I can speak. But what I wanted to say is it's written by my man David Lapham. David Lapham is also a sick and twisted mind that I enjoy very much. And The Strain's a cool book. Good week for the guys at Image. Reborn is probably a book that you've heard a lot about. We got reprints of 1 and 2 if you've missed it out. #3, really solid Mark Miller book. Everybody likes Mark Miller. And Spawn is also a book you might have heard about. Don't talk too much about this one, but I wanted to mention it's all the way up to number 268, going strong, getting some movie talk, still one of the best books Image does. If you loved Spawn back in the day, hey, jump back in and see what's up with it. Very cool cover this time around. Red Sonja is my Dynamite book this week because it's only 25 cents. Been a Red Sonja fan for a long, long time, since way back in the Marvel days. Very cool barbarian action. Dynamite's been doing a great job with Red Sonja for a long time, and what the heck, for 25 cents you can't beat it. Transformers is my IDW books this week because this is the first issue of Lost Light, and this is the first issue of Optimus Prime, because Optimus Prime has deserved his own title for, I don't know, 30 years or something, so really great to see him in his own book. They do a great job with their Transformers stuff. Again, don't really talk enough about IDW and the good job they do with all their stuff like that. And Wrath of the Eternal Warrior, my Valiant book of the week. Always love me some Eternal Warrior. Always encouraging you guys to have a Valiant book on your list, and that's a good one. My Little Pony, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? and the ever popular SpongeBob SquarePants, my all ages books this week. Again, always encouraging folks to have an all ages book on their list because all the publishers do a great job with their kids' books. So find the one that's right for you or for the little one in your life and throw that onto your stack because it's fun stuff. Last thing I wanted to talk about is Christmas specials, or holiday specials as some publishers like to call them. Let's start with this one. This is Mickey and Donald Christmas Parade. Been talking about how much fun it's been to have Disney comics back in the shops. Christmas comics go way, way back, and everybody has their favorites. So it's always fun to see these pop up this time of year. Classic stuff like Mickey, sort of classic superhero stuff. This is the DC Comics Rebirth holiday special. DC's always done a good job with their holiday specials. Lots of fun, sort of self-contained little one-shot stories by some of the best talent in comics. Just, you know, fun Christmassy stuff. And Gwenpool, sort of the funny off-brand side of your Christmas holiday specials. Again, Marvel's always done things like these. I remember a Marvel team-up one from back in the day with Aunt May that was really awesome. Just wanted to mention Christmas specials because they kind of get overlooked, but some of these are really, really fun. There's always a gem in these little short stories, so I always encourage you guys to pick them up because what the heck, fun little one-shots for the holidays. Lots of great stuff this week, so make sure you check that shipping list, get down to your shop, pick up something super awesome. That's all we got for you for this week. You can check us out at Facebook, check us out at blackcatcomics.biz, check out our cool YouTube channel, check out our podcast at soundcloud.com, or just get on down here to Rock and Milpitas. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.